Hello everybody and welcome back to Belle's channel, and today we are going to be doing the final mission on Monarch. I'm trying to think then. We're going to have Nyoka and we're going to have Ellie for this. It's basically following on from the last video where we did the quest Radio Free Monarch. We finally helped Hiram get his services back on and the information wired to Phineas. And then we saw a ULD or US, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's a ULD. A ULD is the board's housing on board, the main, what is it called? The corporation? Anyway, let's just call it the board. It's the board's ship. And they kind of crashed. So UDL, not ULD. UDL gunship has crashed on Monarch on both MSI and Iconoclast desperately want it. So it really is to do with an ultimatum between the two factions on Monarch. So the ship is over there. So I'm gonna go back on our ship and I wish I would have just fast travelled now. It's going to take forever. That's the only thing I'm not liking about this, is the load screens are taking forever. But I suppose how open world it is, you can't expect then it not to be as open as it is. It takes as long as it does, considering how open the whole place is. Literally, there's not one place that's shut off in the whole of the towns and things, obviously other than when you go out of the towns. Okay, so we're just gonna really quickly cascade.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
That didn't take long. Alright.
Remember that you are not insured.
Okay. Alright, there we go. I wonder how you give them, your companions an order to kill someone. I haven't figured out that yet. Alright, here we are. Cascadia. I think we're going to want to go north. Yeah, straight up. North. Oh my god, this is going to hurt. I forget that you get damaged. They've got a really limited falling distance. That's the word I was looking. So I've got my gun. We need to kill all these mantis peoples. 2 mantis queens. Die.
That does it. Time for a drink?
I've too many encounters with mantis pillars and mantis, you're not quite safe when any of them. No.
I can take a hint.
So that was a bit of a rough trek. There it is. So we gotta go up. Oh shit! Sorry about that. My wire disconnected. my controller disconnected. The battery died. Okay. Nevertheless, let's go get this.
You go on ahead, Captain. I'm not keen on ships, even when they're in the best of shape.
Me too. You know corpses shit themselves, right? Enjoy the smell.
So they're making me go in here on my own. Oh, that's just what I want. Locate tracking module. Full integrity, don't ask. View logs. So he's saying about space regularity, bypass something towards groundbreaker. How is this Lormston colony? Is it so impossible to relinquish powers when shooting barking? The day another lands on Terra 1 and we can't shoot him down. That makes, I've lost count. What's the point of being out if we can't get some backup?
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Go on, love. Eject. Captain's command thing. So now it's the decision. That was pretty simple. But now it's the decision. Do we give it to Sanjar? Or do we give it to the iconoclasts? Go to Selbane, give it to ally with MSI. Go to Amber Heights and give it Graham Brandt the module to ally with the iconoclast. I think I'm going to give it to Stella Bay. Stella Bay has kind of what's going, like what's plausible. I mean, the iconoclasts aren't going to get anywhere. He nearly killed half of his people, so they aren't going to last. MSI, although they do love paperwork and things like that, they do, you know, Sanjar lets people have weekends off. He lets them sleep. He doesn't just care about the bottom line, which is how it should be. Gives these people rights, which I think is about a right to balance between the board and the iconoclast. So that's what I'm going to choose is morally correct, because this game is about morals. Slightly. So let's go and see him. I'm gonna save before I do this, just in case. I know that Zora Blackwood wants to start a war.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running it.
Could you agree to a truce with the iconoclasts? Yes! That's what I want to hear.
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way.
I've read your review, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
You're good with details, but you could use someone who sees the big picture. The people who wrote your reviews are the same type of people you'll deal with on the board. Pull your head out of your ass, Sanjar. Don't screw this opportunity up over your wounded pride.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Perhaps you have a point. Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
Ah. So this is where they make you kill off that Graham. How did things get so bad between you and the iconoclast?
Oh, how do these things ever start? Once upon a time, Graham and I saw the same problems with MSI. A rigid corporate structure with no regard for its people.
Perfect.
But, where I wanted to reform MSI, he only wanted to take it apart. As if starving in the wilderness is somehow better than starving under corporate mismanagement. He won't hear reason now, and I wouldn't trust him again.
What about Graham's second cousin Zora?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Oh, I already had it.
Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me.
What do you need targeting
Well,
module?
because the module controls the weapons system.
I mean, why do you need gun shoes?
Because once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no Marauder or Raptidon will ever be... Stellar Bay will be as secure as... The board's own Salvage and Recovery Clause 32B would say differently.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their experiments here.
Alright.
Good. That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in top shape. After all, they have first access to any fresh parts or components. A conspiracy? You've spent too much time. Any luck, Brady?
Oh, I didn't mean
I don't
to.
like to...
Sorry. Alright, so. Canid's Cradle. Give the module to Sandra or convince the Messiah to negotiate. There's a chance for peace between the Messiah and the Iconoclast, and you'll need to consider their leaderships to go with it. Sandra said he's willing to negotiate, but only if Graham is placed as leader. The other alternative is Zora. Before Sandra is willing to negotiate, Zora wants to see her employee review. Retrieve it from the Cascade and bring it. Her review is like really good as well. Like I remember reading it in the I think it was a couple back videos. She had a really good review, like better than Sound Jars ever could be, and Graham's put together. And I do have a problem with Graham, which is why I'm not giving that targeting module to Graham. I like Zora. I wonder if she has a mission for me actually. She said about seeing her in the infirmary and I forgot all about it. Alright. See, that's a review. There you go. I didn't think it was. I knew that was gonna. Let's pop over to the Iconoclasts in Amber Heights.
Ah, crazy town. Never change.
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right?
You're talking about the massacre. Back when the corps were pulling out, pirates raided the place and killed the MSI bigwigs living here.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby wrap. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door. Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty hard. You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now.
The Amber Heights Gate.
Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain. All that blood is on...
Okay. Random.
I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station...
Alright.
Just a warning. The area is infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but...
Alright, I'm on it.
Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information... If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, I'd give a lot. Good luck.
Okay, I want to kind of do that, to be honest with you. Where is it? There in the Sucker Bait. So everything's code. Okay, so where is the relay? Oh. Well, do you know what? Let's do that. This might take us into, like, 2 videos, but, yeah. But don't worry about it. It'll be all good. I kind of want to get on the best of terms I can with the iconoclast, and specifically Zora, because it would give me more leverage over them. And like, help, you know, stop a war. Alright, so as she investigates an old relay station that's been overrun by monsters, she hopes to find answers to the mystery of the Amber Heights massacre. So it's this way. From what I've seen, it isn't dismantled. Fucking down over there. Right, so there's 4 Manta soldiers outside.
Okay.
Ah, shit! Nice. Alright, so we need to go here. Record room status. So this is the building. So if you come here, there's nothing really you can do unless you get that code. Warning: unauthorized entry into the record room result. Sublight thug. Saying gonna be happy. Sorry, there's just some juicy stuff in here. 282 big. Oh shit. Sorry. There we go.
Nice going.
Loads of bits. Old data cartridge. Oh, so that was it. What's this terminal then? Messages. Closure of work. Halcyon referendum. Issue of hazard clause. Gonna die for this damn fool errand, I know it. They said Amber Heights was gonna have more bits than we could spend, and those suited morons up and spun it all for us. Suited? Books and vases and pretty shit. You can't eat a fucking book. Look at us now. With all the closets to coop up in, and look our wounds, we choose the one that's set to lock itself out. I feel like a marauder digging at the walls like this, but we gotta get out before we starve. It ain't possible, but Nelson's over there's trying to keep his spirits. I just don't get the energy to fight him over it. Screw that Bryant fella. Eyes bigger than his fucking stomach. Oh, game just went funny then. So they were trying to dig their way out there. So now we can return to Zora. This might not be 2 episodes long. That was a really quick quest. I'm glad I remembered how to do it. Right, let's go speak to Zora.
Welcome back.
I found a box of data
Let's
cartridges.
see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it.
Knew it!
Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes.
Fucking I knew it! He calls it
Yeah. He did. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Look, I need to think. Plan. Figure out if I should talk to him or shoot him. Or both. Just don't give him the module yet. Give me a little time.
Sweetheart, don't you worry. I never liked that Graham in the damn first place. And I fucking knew it. I knew it. Jesus Christ. I knew it. I said it in the beginning. I knew that dude was really weird. He did not give a shit about any of his people's lives. He just wanted to get the damn printer thing so that he can go and live in Byzantium and not give two shits. That's all he cares about. Fucking know it. He's a prick. Let's go give Sanja her review. Fucking Bryant. Graham.
I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module.
Give him the...
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and get...
Very well. Yes! This is just how I wanted this to play out, to be very honest with you. Literally, this is literally what I wanted to happen. Alright, let's go speak to Zora. Confront Graham Bryant about his genocide of the people living there. Alright. Where are we? Time says we're going to negotiate with Zora, but she's downstairs.
Captain, we should chat.
Mm-hmm.
Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
And you run into his stead?
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already. Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually, figure...
They kind of had measured, but most of them believe in him and he's teaching.
Sometimes, you gotta do what's best for someone. Even if they think you're wrong. Even if it's painful.
Fair enough.
I'm going to confront him.
Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths.
This is probably a lot harder for her than it is for him. You know, he did something bad and he's probably tried to keep it hidden for a very long time. I just gotta be careful.
Captain,
'Cause
you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. Stand down. I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
I'm
We're
sorry.
running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the Eternal Path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I just think she'll be a better leader. You're about to take over a planet. You can't handle it. I do, but she's got the best in.
How can you say that, after all I've done for the Iconoclasts? They wouldn't be here without me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Those deaths are on your hands, Graham. No amount of meditation will clean them. You ran. You needed a clear conscience, so you ran. You don't seek enlightenment. You just feel guilt.
I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
That isn't necessary.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Here they come! Take them down!
I'm warmed up now.
Asshole.
So I can either give it to Zora, give it to Sandra, or negotiate.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's... especially. You've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device.
Hold on. I was thinking you and Sandra could join
I
forces.
thought about it, but... I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Who was it said sometimes the best hunch is the most painful one? Neither of you can afford this fight. Monarch is going to devour the victor. Persuade. Sanjar has corporate resources you could use to spread the message.
No, Captain. I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk.
I've already spoken to him, he's already agreed to
Well
me.
then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Cool, cool, cool. Cool. They're gonna meet that. Alright, we need to go to the Stellar Bay Ruins South. And then get that church. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna put some skills on persuasion. As soon as you reach like 50 skill, that's when you start switching. You have to like put individual skill points on. Wow.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Sandra, you have got to scale it back.
This is very hard for me.
Get the feeling this is gonna take a while.
Sandra, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
So but it's oh no, don't do that. If you're going to I appreciate what if the iconoclast just spotted just
Not
fine?
good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I'm not saying they're just helping. I'm not saying that just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend. And I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Careful, Zora. Graham was Sandra's friend. Ooh, I don't know. Careful, Zora. Graham was Sandra's friend. Something tells me that. I don't think Sandra would hurt anyone. If he knew, he didn't agree to it.
Void take his agreement. He stood by and let it happen.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something. But you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I think I believe him. He's just dumb enough to mean it.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
Take it back a notch, Zora. You're here for your people, not the past. Sandra, you're a leader. That means taking... No. Is this going to take me something? Right. Take it back.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Glad to hear it. I'm hopeful about this alliance. Oh my god!
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Gotta be honest, Captain. Never thought I'd see the day. You've done a good thing for Monarch here.
Can we talk?
Ellie wants to talk.
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean.
Goes to show, sorry, goes to show you there's always a peaceful option.
Sure. And fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
We haven't really heard much from Ellie. That was a very specific
Well,
image.
who hasn't been there? Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else?
She's weird. She's so distrustful.
What's up?
Alright, Nico didn't say anything.
We don't get many outsiders.
Hey.
If you'll excuse me.
So, hopefully that has all worked out. Yeah, so Monarch is done. Monarch is together. Monarch is still dangerous. But at least it has better reinforcements, and instead of being divided, it is united. So, I want to thank you for watching. This will probably be our last main video on Monarch. It's one of the last quests, I think. From the next few videos, we are going to be doing the main quest. We're going to speak to Phineas, and we're also going to be going to Scylla, and doing all of our quests that are near enough on Scylla, except for 2. So yeah, I hope you join us for the next few episodes where we visit, I think it's an asteroid. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I do hope you liked this video. My name was Belle, and goodbye.